Greetings, and once again, welcome back to the Insanity. In the last episode, we did a whole lot of things. We fixed a whole bunch of things, too many for me to mention, but among the important ones is that we expanded dog manure, although this wasn't really a fix, this was more of an expansion. And then we started this little new area, which is a quenching area, dedicated quenching area. And we unfortunately didn't quite finish this area. And before we actually go and finish this, we are going to do a couple of other things. As usual, although we are... okay, we can... let's just build some of these parts and let's see what happens. But in this episode we are going to finish this area, naturally. And then we are also going to... let's see, I would like to have a couple of our overflow valves and stuff here. And then we are also going to do a number of other things. We'll basically see how much we have time for. Have I given these any names? No, I haven't. That's actually good, because then I don't connect them to the wrong thing and screw things up. So how about giving you a name now? I believe that this is Quenching. And I believe that this will be tailings provider. And it turns out I was correct. It's very nice when you believe something and it turns out to be correct. Might be related to the fact that I got to decide, but oh well. Let's not turn this into a discussion about beliefs and stuff. So here we also have the flue gas and this one, and let's see, have I given this any name? No, I haven't. Okay, how about we do that? This is Quenching and it's saline water provider. Because why not? And let's see, green wires, lots and lots of green wires. I did say saline water, right? I hope I did. Yes. Excellent. And dear me, we're going to need to deal with the overflow and stuff as well of this, of course, naturally. Why didn't I think of that? Or did I? I don't know. Okay, gas vents and stuff. So, quenching and flue gas provider. Alright, good. Are stuff being produced now? I think so. Although this is strange. Ah! Of course. And it's the same for this one and this one, naturally. So yeah, now we are producing a whole bunch of stuff here. A little bit too much, actually. No, that's not how it works. That's how it works. Balancing the belt. Yeah, okay. So at least this seems to be working perfectly, I would say. So, yeah. Let's continue and do other things for now. Because we have a whole bunch of stuff to fix. First of all, I would like to go to this area. Because it just so happens that I mentioned something in the last episode about coal dust. And I'm just making a note for myself here to remember to deal with the overflow at the quenching area. And the thing is about coal dust is that we have a shit ton of it. We just kind of need to look at the right place. And it turns out that this is the right place. Ta-da! 56,000 coal dust. How nice is that? So we're just gonna find a way for this coal dust to go somewhere else. Mainly being provided to LTN. And this will happen at this train station over here. What's this? Something that is empty. Okay, fine. So a green wire, please. And then please let me know that if coal dust is like less than a lot, 20,000. We're gonna need more inserters here. Hello, coal dust. Welcome. Enjoy yourself. Do I only have one inserter here, or do I have more? I have 2 inserters. Alright, that's enough for now. Let's see how it goes. The way I'm working with this is mostly that I'm making a change, and then in between these episodes that I'm making, I'm just taking a look at the map, trying to find all the errors, looking for problems, and while I do that, the time goes, and I find out what's happening. So let's see. We should go to a couple of train stations. Although I don't really know what they are called, so let's just drive. That's one of them, and then after that we should also go to the iron processing. Because these train stations happen to request coal still, and we don't want that. They should be requesting coal dust instead. Hello. Please change to coal dust. And please also change to coal dust. Thank you. Okay, that's the first one. Next one. So hopefully this missing in LTN should no longer show coal once we're finished with this. So hopefully we are requesting 1200 at this station. If we are requesting anything else than that, then something is wrong. But it turns out we were right. So changing this to coal dust and changing this one to also to coal dust should fix that problem. And it just so happens that I really want to have some of this. But well, now that we are providing more stuff, I think that should kind of fix the problem. So what's next? We have fixed that, we have fixed that. We're going to go to the coke provider over here. Nope, not over there. Over here. Where we have a small thing that needs to be changed. Which is that this belt should have that condition here instead. So, because on this belt right here is the coal dust overflow. And that should stay as it is. And while we are in the area, we might as well get another secondary crusher or two. Because the extra raw coal that we provided from the Favogaya in the last episode, that has really changed things. So this is now, I would say, fairly efficient. Which is good. Efficient is good. Which is why I'm adding a couple of more. Because I want it to be even more efficient. Great. Okay, next stop. Right. So one of the reasons that we started this quenching area that we just kind of finished is that we wanted some more copper ore. But it just so happens that we have two other sources of copper ore that we should make better use of. One of them is copper ore from lubricants. Because as you can see, we are missing lubricant in LTN. And the idea is that we should essentially fix that. One way to fix that is to add another logistic train stop here and a signal and a pie tank and a bunch of chemical plants. Because we can make lubricant using heavy oil. Which is, it only makes 10 at a time, but when you have a lot of them like this, it should be pretty handy. And I might need some more iron. Pump. Is this enough? Ah! Ha. So this should provide us by a fair bit of iron. No, not iron. Damn it. Hold on. Lubricant. Lubricant is what it's called. So just to avoid mixing up some signals, although I could use a red wire, do prefer to use a green wire. Now, as long as heavy oil is more than lubricant, I would like this to work. Oh, I'm stupid. As long as A is more than B. Like that, exactly. So this is going to provide us with a fair bit of lubricant, and as it turns out, it also helps if the train station is connected properly. There we go. Oh, lubricant. Of course, this thing is using a bunch of other signals as well. So my original plan here didn't quite work. But now it works. So soon there should not be any lubricant missing in LTN. Good. Now, speaking of copper ore, which is why we're doing this, let's see. Where is that? It's over here. We have a huge copper ore source over there. By the way, we also have an iron ore source over here, but that one is almost out, actually. So this copper ore source, it's time we start providing it, or provide it again, rather, because we did provide it before, not over here, but somewhere else, and now it's time to do it again, kind of. And I might need to get some... Ah, okay. Some landfill, I was thinking. Might need some landfill. And I've realized that in some cases like this, it doesn't really matter that to have like rail signals or chain signals. At least I don't think so. Please tell me if I'm wrong and why I would be wrong. And I think I am going to need some of that landfill after all, actually. Hello, tell me, where is the closest landfill? Let's see. That's there, that's there, that's there, that's... Ah, that's very close. Nice. There it is. Actually, I probably don't need to have that much. I don't want it to just take up space. So bye bye swimming pool. And hello multi-provider, first of all. So old center, something west, east maybe. Copper ore provider. Now, yeah, you can continue actually outputting in this direction. But now it's time for you to just come over here. Perfect. And actually I can have a green wire here just to limit it a bit and say that copper ore around like 5,000 or something. Because we do have other sources for copper ore as well. Good and also bad because can't get out of this mess at the moment. Here I actually do want this. I don't know why, it just feels better. Probably because everything is such a mess over here. Graphite, please just take a little detour. Oh my god! It's amazing sometimes that I'm able to survive things. Oh my god, so many close encounters with trains. But very well, we are alive. And we did pick up some graphite that I would very much like to put back on this belt. Good. Okay. This has gone... Well, okay, it has taken actually about the same amount of time as I planned. Now let's deal with another problem we have up here. Is this a good spot to park? It actually is. Because in the last episode we fixed, or so we thought, these Petri dishes. But it turns out that things are a bit problematic here. Because we need some inserters for stuff. Both to take things out and to take things in. Good. Now that that's out of the way, how about we just continue building here? No? Oh, sure, Roboport. Don't care too much about that signal anyway. Yeah, let's build up there as well. Good. Trying to sort of fill in areas and plan for future cleanup and things. essentially. And this is going to be a mess. But eventually I would like to have such an intersection there, so please prepare for that. And this area as well, of course. Yeah. At some point we will clean things up here. Okay, next step. I actually don't need to move anywhere. Because next step just happens to be here. Because we have essentially not much moss here. But what we do have is a LTN station providing moss, which sounds good to me. And it appears that I no longer need biomass here. So, fine. Let's get rid of the biomass. And instead, let us request moss. Can probably have quite a bit of it. Oh, you have iron plates for me, thank you. Hi, pressure furnace. Goodbye, pressure furnace. So now we just need to figure out the logistics of this, naturally. Perfect. If I may say so myself. Also, we would like to have some... Let's actually steal this one from up here a bit. For I want to have some more barrels in this system. And when I want barrels, I make barrels. Do I want to start this process as well? Well, at least I can probably prepare for it, at least. You may actually prioritize the rights. It's time to scale the actual AUG production, or rather the AUG caging, or something. It's time to get more belts. That's what it is. If I'm not mistaken, these things should kind of start producing AUGs eventually. Yeah, they should. At some point. Good. That's another 2 things fixed. Something seems to be wrong here. Okay, it's just missing a bunch of signals, that's all. No wonder. Now I am going to go to a train station that I actually do know the name of. And you will see why in a second. The reason is mainly that we need to configure this train station correctly. Because it doesn't have a provider threshold of 10 million. And just to be sure, oh right, this was the only requester in the area, naturally. Why is it even a requester? Don't we have... We do kind of have. What we have is a big problem with iron at the moment. Maybe? Oh. What we have is a stupid person. No, we are missing copper actually, okay. But we should still fix this little problem. Okay, you also need small parts, so both drill heads and small parts up there, please. Thank you. So, yeah, I think the time has come actually to flip this train station again, more or less. To make it a provider. Provide threshold 25,000 and remove that one. And rename it Tar Provider. Good. And I would actually like to just... Oh. Hey, robots, why haven't you... Oh, that's why you haven't. Fine, while I'm in the area, let's just add a roboport. Can't hurt to have a roboport here. Probably doesn't hurt to have one here either. I'm thinking of maybe if I should make this one a requester again. But actually what I can do is to make this one a provide priority of -20 or something. Just to make it not go into this one and even start using this tar here as well. So that we are, yeah, If we are producing something too much, then we will use it, or then we will provide it. Otherwise, we still have some usages for it in here. Now, I think the time has come for something very fun. Namely, Mr. Ulrich. And for this I need an Ulrich codex, horse DNA sample, and 5 more Ulrich codex. So that's 6 Ulrich codexes. This is gonna take a while. And then I have some automation science packs. So, yeah, okay. We'll just have to wait for those to finish crafting. And what else do we need to do? We should provide some things from over here, actually. Because we are producing guar over here. But the thing is that we will need... Let's see, is this always just going to this train station? It appears so. That's good. Oh, no. Not like that. Yes, like that. Because that means that I can, with good conscience, connect a couple of things here. Come on, bad power poles. And just tell this to please check for having guar less than 2000. Because we will be needing this later to create some more foods, essentially. Okay, that's that, that's that, that's that. And next up, let's head back to the quenching area. And I'm doing my best not to cough. Quenching, that's up here, isn't it? Because we haven't dealt yet with the overflow from this area. So it's time kind of to start doing that. Although now our crafting is actually finished. Which tells us that we should go and take a look at this. Horse DNA samples, yes please. One of those and a bunch of those. You can actually keep those because we tend to come back here every now and then. Okay, this is a quick process, so I will await this being completed and then I will change this and ask for Ulrichs, please. Ulrich codex for alien samples. I don't like that alarm. That's better. horse DNA samples and biosamples. Where is our biosamples? Here we have some. Okay. You also have that one. And actually you should just be more or equal to 1. Because I only need 1 Ulrich, I believe, in order to start farming them. Okay, yes, I will move my train. Hold on. I'm coming. Robots, you will just have to catch up. Where was I going again? Right, Quenching to deal with the overflow. So many materials missing. Because we are missing simple circuit boards still. So I'm guessing that something is probably full here. Yes, flue gas. So let's start with the flue gas. I still have a couple of overflow valves. So please go into a gas vent and get rid of that when you have too much of it. Tailings, yeah, actually we do want to get rid of that too, in case there is nothing requesting it, because that is a side product from over here. And last but not least, we also need to deal with the saline water. Also using an overflow valve. There we go. Things are producing, things are happening, and right, this is an important part. Do I have this burner? No, I do not, still do not, because I don't have stone and I don't have titanium. Okay, I see you robots. You may come and deliver stuff because you're so close to me. And look at this, now we have a shortcut. Woohoo! I've been needing that. So let's see. I need titanium a bit, and I need stone. What? Oh, of course. How much stone was it that I needed? For what did I need it? I needed a burner. 25. 20. 5. Burner. There we go. Alright, so this should be set up close to here actually. Maybe something like this. And it should use a filter inserter, and we should use decider combinator, I believe. So for everything that is more than oh dear me, I'm also going to need. Yes, yes, I know, I can hear you. You're ready. Good, good. I will also be needing some fuel here, apparently. Which is going to be problematic. Because I don't have any fuel here. So in the meantime, let's just do something like this. Programmable speakers, aren't they always useful? Except when they are making a lot of noise. So please tell me that if everything is equal to 0, make an annoying buzzer sound and show me quenching tower symbol. Fuel at quenching tower. Fuel at quenching. Good. I don't expect this to be needed for a lot of time. Anyway, so good. Yes, yes, I'm coming, I'm coming. Thank you. So then you might wonder, how do we cage an Ulrich? Well, we can either do it using Ralesia seeds or using Ulrich food. And Ulrich food is, yeah, that's where the guar comes in. So as I am tempted at getting started quite quickly with this, just to have something going, I will be stealing some Ralesia seeds. And the reason again why we are producing or going to produce Ulrichs is because that has a better manure recipe. So say like 500. Yeah, okay, probably don't even need that much, but sure. Then let's go to the old processing area thing. Then we just need an Ulrich thing. And here are all the possible things we can do with an Ulrich. Quite a bit. Now I can't help but wonder, is this as stupid as this sounds? It is! Yeah, this is just silly. I'm making a caged Ulrich using a cage and an Ulrich, and then I'm making an Ulrich using a caged Ulrich. How fun. Very fun. And even though Ulrichs will be having their dedicated area eventually, for now, just to kickstart things, I would very much like to have let's see, where do we have cages? Over there. Sort of, yes. Oh, come on. Why do I always have an off by one error? That's a couple of cages. That's an Ulrich. Here I have some Ralesia seeds. And water barrels. Oh. Water barrels. Nah, you shouldn't prioritize anything actually. There we go. This is naturally going to take a bit of time. But this has an interesting sound. Kinda like it. So when this has a caged Ulrich, I would like to have a small alert. Because that means that it's time to fill up with some more, and maybe put this one at 2 or something, just so that we don't have to do this every time. Okay. Start breeding Ulrichs done. Overflow taken care of. Good. Now we can actually continue with other things. So next on the list, which involves a bit of new stuff, mostly. I don't really like this a lot, but oh well. Next on the list is improved aluminium, lead and tin. And then the question is, where do we put that? I think here we have kind of used up everything already. So it's time for a new city block, I believe. Speaking of city block, do I have any rails? Not enough. Oh, come on, that's not obviously not where I wanted to go. Yes, I'm driving against the traffic. I'm courageous today. Ah, 1200 something something. And a bit of cleanup. Of course. Speaking of cleanup, I need to fill in landfill first in order to make these city blocks properly usable. But first we'll fill in some rails. And then let's see. Is this working? Can never remember if it is or not. Maybe it isn't actually. Doesn't look like it. Or, yeah, it actually is working. No? Yes. Yay, we have blueprints. And I'm just finishing the whole straight line here. Just to make it easier later. And I think it's about time that we start kind of adding some rail upward as well. So that we don't have to use the spaghetti land all the time. Almost there. Amazing, it was even enough rails. Almost. Well. That path is not really used anyway, so. I guess this means that it's time to get our car, which can be found over here. And then it's time to start filling up with landfill. And while we are driving, let's add some research. I have been looking at phytomining for way too long now, so I think it's time to start looking into it a bit more. Okay, train, you have done your job for the moment. Go to my parking. Oh, we still have 44k here. Before I forget, I would very much appreciate to have a radar over here because I've been missing that. Oops. There's literally nothing in the whole chunk except for a radar, and what do I hit? I hit the radar. Okay. Let's just start using up the landfill that we have here first. Swimming pool. We might be able to use one city block for both aluminium, lead, and tin. Because those three are quite related, I would say, in a way. Meaning that they have quite similar processes. For example, sand casting and things like that. Good. Okay, as we have some landfill left over, let's continue filling in the next area. Here we definitely want to have a swimming pool. Because we already have a pump in the pool. Okay, let's see if I can drive to my parking without hitting anything. Wow, I'm impressed. I did it. So now it's time to check into what we are going to need. Look at this, we already have something here. Oh dear. Okay. Phosphate rock. What is phosphoric acid? Okay. Aluminium pulp, stage 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure actually that I want to use that recipe. This is too simple. Me and Helmut just don't agree always. I mean, this requires... Ah, I see now. So this requires 8 aluminium ore, but a lot of other stuff, while this only requires 15 aluminium ore, but doesn't require any of the other shit. So I'm guessing that's why the matrix solver probably prefers this one. But I'm not a matrix solver. So we can remove this row. Maybe we can remove this row, I think. Basically all empty rows. Then we have these left. Okay. Pin this, please. Casting units. Making 3 of them for the others as well. Electric arc furnace. And we already encountered a problem. Electric arc furnace. Agitator. 2 mixers. Melamine. Oh dear. Mixer. Titanium. Mixer. Okay. Destructive distillation. It's been a while. Ball mill and a high pressure furnace. Ball mill, high pressure furnace, yaw crusher, atomizer. Assembling machine shouldn't be too hard. Maybe this. Iron plates. And why not take some steel plates as well? No iron plates? There we have. Okay, agitator, and for that I need something that I already forgot. Melamine, right. I believe we can find that around here somewhere. Hopefully. It might be one of those things that we are in very short supply of. What is this mess? Melamine. I need 30. Jesus. There we go. Agitator. Good. So resetting these. Mark all as unfinished. Ah, dear me. I'm kind of tempted at just cleaning up here instead. Ugh. Maybe I should just move that production to a new city block instead of fixing the aluminium. But moving the aluminium and the lead and the tin and stuff will help me in cleaning up other areas that also are in need of a cleanup. And I don't have more. Oh, I do have more rails. That's good because I'm going to need it. It's hard to set up a train station otherwise, they say. So, let's see here now. We're going to have a couple of logistic train stops. And this is going to be one heck of a mess. Which things will I need? I need hot air, obviously. There is definitely an argument to be made for having a dedicated area for casting, actually. Because sand casting and hot air and molten aluminium. So let's see, if I check at molten aluminium usages, it can become aluminium and it can also be combined and become duralumin. And later on it will even be able to become equipment chassis and stuff. So there is definitely an argument to be made for providing molten things to LTN. So that's what I will be doing from now on. Instead of fixing this aluminum plates right here, we're just going to fix this molten aluminium, which helps us a little bit at least. And I'm pretty sure we have a Galesias block, and we don't seem to need a moondrop block just yet. Seaweed and moss. That's what we have up here. And here is Favogaya. Seems like I haven't marked these, so it's time to do that. And here is Galesias. So then this is aluminium, copper, no, tin, and lead. And then this will be a fix me casting area, which we will fix up there, probably for the time being. So later on we will just move a bunch of these things up there instead. And it's good to see that the iron is working again, because I think it was broken for a while, probably because we were missing some coal dust. But that's not a problem at this time. Now we have other problems, naturally. But oh well. So, do we have everything that we need? Borax, lime. We do not have lime. Saline water. Why do we need saline water? Ugh. Syngas. Sand, ash. Pure sand. Don't have pure sand in the LTN. Need to fix that. Lime. Lime, lime, lime. Coke and limestone. That's one way to do it. Do we have any lime? Nope, no containers with lime. Very well. Washer and another high pressure furnace. Fine. Stone brick. Fine, I'll go get some stone bricks. Nowhere to find them after all. Ugh. Let's see, what was it? Was it a washer? Yes, it was a washer. It's entirely possible that I have fixed these machines before, but just, yeah, left them to rot somewhere, more or less. This one should have a thing over here. That's good. Oh dear me. Warehouse. That's the most important part, because this is the multi-requester. Oh, and then I do need to fix some power. No thanks, don't need that much Nextly tiles. Room. Is this kind of in the middle of here? Yeah, kind of. Looks good. Look at what I found. Electricity. Isn't that nice? Constant combinator. Maximum train length of 2, please. Provide threshold 10 million. As for what you are actually going to request, that's a good question. That's why I'm putting out another combinator here. I will need coke, that's for sure. Then I will need, I don't have sand, do I? the thing is that I needed pure sand. Is there any other way to make pure sand? Of course there isn't. Nope, I want to provide pure sand from somewhere. So please request pure sand. Then I'm making a quick note that I want to provide pure sand. And then let's see, wood apparently. Limestone can be built locally. Coal, tree seeds. Okay, coal we need to request. Then I have that, and I have, let's see, I have that, I have that. I don't have any ash yet. And I need to fix that. And then I also need the syngas, which will come later. I completely forgot sort of about the most important part, the ore. Wood, phosphoric acid, stuff, steam. Okay, sure, that can be easily fixed. Saline water, phosphine gas, saline water, damn it. Powdered aluminium lime. Okay, that's from other ingredients. Aluminium pulp, steam, borax. Borax is definitely something that we will need. It's kind of strange that it hasn't really requested anything yet. But it seems like all the trains are out driving somewhere, so I guess that's fine or something. Speaking of fine, I would also like to have some radar coverage over here. Because I do like radar coverage. And I think I will be pausing here because there's just way so much stuff to do here. So yeah, join me again in the next episode where I will hopefully finish aluminium ore processing thing stuff. Thanks for watching and see you then.